My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for the moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky. I only have eyes for
Hey everyone, welcome to the Car Talk, and today we're going to be looking at my 2018 Macan GTS. So this is the pre-facelift GTS. As you know, a new one's just been released, the 2020 Macan GTS, which has got some new features, some new styling to the car, but we're going to look at why I think you should look at getting a pre-facelift GTS. I'm going to go through the 5 reasons why you should do this. So number one, it's got to be the performance of the car. For an SUV, it gives you pure power, pure thrill, enjoyment, and it's got some soul to it. You're looking at a V6 3-litre twin turbo engine, 355 brake horsepower, 370 pounds of torque, which gets you in a car this size 0 to 60 in just 5 seconds with the sports chrono package, which is something that we have on this car. I mean, the handling on it is something you expect from a sports car. You can take corners with confidence. You know, it gives you that enjoyment. For a car, for an SUV, you don't really expect to be able to take corners at speed as you do. Get the thrill from the engine, as you can hear. Absolutely amazing. And you know, coming out of a sports saloon, you know, and jumping into this, I was concerned that the performance wouldn't be there. You know, the practicality's there. Yes, it's an SUV. It's comfortable. You can cruise around town very easily in it. And I was worried that, you know, I'd lose that thrill of driving. But if anything, it's gained even more with this GTS. And it's not the same in the diesel. The diesel's got some great pulling power to it, or the S. You know, the turbo does have more power than this, but I think the GTS is the real sweet spot all-rounder in the Macan range, and that is my number one reason why you should look at the Macan GTS. Number two has to be the engine. As you can hear, just hearing drive, you know, the sounds that it gives you in the soundtrack is something else. And you don't get that in the new version because of the filters that have been put in. You don't get that great sound. And this is just even in drive. Put in Sports Plus, it really does come to life a lot more. You get the downshift, you get the real aggression. It's like an untamed beast. Should we let this off the leash? Do you want to hear the engine? Do you want to feel the power? Let's go. Hear the downshifts. Something else. You can hear the engine ready to go at all times. The pickup is something phenomenal. Look at this. Look at this pickup. You've got the handling there as well, and the sound just keeps you wanting more. And the car's telling you more. Give me more. Okay, I'm gonna give you more. Look at this. Whew. And this is an SUV, guys. It shouldn't be legal. This should not be legal. This car is something else. Come on. The gearbox vouch for that as well. So yeah, my number 2 reason really is the soundtrack and the engine that comes with this car. Now, let's move on to the third reason why I think this is a great car. And personally, the reason I got the car is because the practicality of the SUV. You know, more space, a little bit more boot space. You know, you can fit car seats in the back with ease, and it's a great family car. I mean, you know, when you pull up, you know, it's going to turn heads. It's a great looking car, which is another point I'll come to. But all round as an SUV, it pretty much does tick all of the boxes. You know, you've got a nice spacious room in the cabin, great comfortable seats. You know, that's one concern that you'd have with buying a sports SUV, is the seats may not be that comfortable, but these really, you know, hug you, grip you. Yeah, it's something special, this car. And you know, a lot of room in the back for little ones, even adults. You know, if you're a bit over 6 foot, it may get a little bit tight back there, but never had any complaints. And you know, great boot space. You know, you can chuck the golf clubs in, get a buggy in there, you know, pack it up for suitcases on it, no problem at all. So you know, if you're looking for an SUV that ticks pretty much every box out there, you know, performance, looks, comfort, space, you know, this was it for me. You know, I was looking at, you know, an X3, X3M, looking at SQ5s, and this one really just stood out to me, and this was the SUV of my choice. Now the fourth reason, and I've touched on this earlier, that I think this is a great car to buy, is the styling. You know, it's really aggressive. It stays true to the Porsche characteristics. It stands out. You don't see too many GTSs on the road. You see quite a lot of SDs and S's, but GTS and turbos, you can notice them straight away with the red brake calipers. You know, the sports body kit, the GTS interior package with the leather, the two-tone leather with in this one you've got the black and red contrast. So you've got the red stitch and the red GTS detailing. Other combinations look a bit different, but you know, you can tell a GTS from a mile away, and it gives that real special look and feel to it. And I think, you know, personally, a bit biased, I personally think it is one of the best looking SUVs out there. So the fifth reason why I think the Macan GTS is a great purchase is because of the residuals. So as a Porsche, it's naturally going to hold its value, but the Macan GTS seems to hold its price very well. So buying one now pre-facelift, in 2 years, 3 years, you shouldn't really be looking at taking too much hit in terms of the value of the car, and your money is going to be in a safe place. Obviously with cars, they will lose their value a little bit, but you know, SUVs, some of the competitor SUVs will drop dramatically, whereas the Macan GTS will really hold its value, and it will keep some of your money in there when you're ready to move into a new car. Now obviously that's not the main reason why you should be buying cars, to think you can make money on it, but you know, it is nice to think that, you know, when you do buy a car, you're not going to get absolutely hammered in depreciation costs as soon as you step into it. So that is the fifth reason why I think Macan GTS is a great purchase. Should we see what the Macan GTS can do now? Let's go.